Hey, it's me, Miss Heather again. Today's club lesson is going to be on the water cycle. But before we start our lesson, let's go over our monthly newsletter. The holiday season is almost here. And here's what's going to be going on in Monroe County 4-H. Operation Christmas Child Shoeboxes. 'Tis the season for giving. Join us as we participate in Samaritan's Purse Operation Christmas Child Shoeboxes. Monroe County Extension Office is a drop-off location for a gift-filled shoebox. Donations accepted through November 13th. For more information, call our office at 478-994-7014. Parents' Night Out. Do your parents need a date night or some free time to get some holiday shopping done while not having to worry about who's going to watch the kids? If this is your parents, be sure to let them know that they are invited to our Parents' Night Out on December the 4th from 6 to 9 p.m. They can enjoy their evening night out while the children enjoy an evening of crafts, holiday movies, and dinner and dessert. The cost is $10 for ages 4 and up. They can reserve their spot by calling the 4-H office at 478-994-7014 by November the 27th. Christmas Under the Stars. Come celebrate the holiday season with us as we enjoy a night of Christmas family fun under the stars. Join us for Christmas movies, carols, and some sweet treats. For more information and to reserve your spot, call our office by December the 11th. See you next year. Due to the holiday break, there will be no December meetings, so this will be the last time you hear from me until January 2021. The Monroe County staff would like to wish all the teachers and 4-Hers a very happy holiday season. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Monroe County, Georgia 4-H so you can stay up to date on the many activities during the holidays. The water cycle. Water is constantly being cycled between the atmosphere, the ocean, and land. This cycle is very important because it helps sustain life on Earth. Each part of the cycle drives the other parts. Evaporation is the process where a liquid, in this case water, changes from its liquid state to a gaseous state. Some of the water in the ocean and freshwater bodies, such as lakes and rivers, is warmed by the sun and evaporates. During this process of evaporation, impurities in the water are left behind. As a result, the water goes in the atmosphere cleaner than it was on Earth. Condensation is the opposite of evaporation. Condensation occurs when gas is changed into a liquid. When the water droplets formed from condensations are very small, they remain suspended in the atmosphere. These millions of droplets of suspended water form clouds in the sky or fog at ground level. Precipitation. When the temperature and atmospheric pressure are right, the small droplets of water in the clouds form larger droplets and precipitation occurs. The raindrops fall to earth. Surface runoff. Much of the water that returns to earth as precipitation runs off the surface of the land and flows downhill into the streams, rivers, ponds, and lakes. Small streams flow into larger streams, then into rivers, and eventually the water flows into the ocean. Surface runoff is an important part of the water cycle because through surface runoff, much of the water returns again to the ocean where a great deal of evaporation occurs. Percolation is an important process where rainwater soaks into the ground, into the soil, and underlying rock layers. The absorption of this water into the ground is called infiltration. Some of this water ultimately returns to the surface at springs and low spots downhill. In this diagram, you can see the precipitation coming down, and as it does, and the heavy runoff, and it has less infiltration on the steep terrain. And then at the bottom, it has the infiltration because the water has slowed and is able to absorb into the ground. And you have less runoff and more infiltration on gentle terrain. Some of the water percolates underground and is called groundwater. As the water moves through the soil and rock layers, many of the impurities in the water are filtered out. This filtering process helps clean the water. Water moves into caves formed by carbonation, forming many other karst features. Transpiration is the one final process that is important in the water cycle. As plants absorb water from the soil, the water moves from the roots through the stem to the leaves. Once the water reaches the leaves, some of it evaporates from the leaves, adding to the amount of water in the air. This process of evaporation through plant leaves is called transpiration. In large forests, an enormous amount of water will transpire through the leaves. Evaporation. And we're back to evaporation again. The endless cycle of water moving through the plant goes on and on and on. Condensation, transpiration, precipitation, and all the others are part of the water cycle, a complex process that not only gives us water to drink and food to eat, but also the weather patterns that help us grow our crops. Water is an integral part of life on this planet. Where does your water come from? Your water comes from a watershed. A watershed is a land area that channels rainfall and snowmelt to creeks, streams, and rivers, and eventually to outflow points such as reservoirs, bays, and the ocean. Water from hundreds and often thousands of creeks and streams flow from higher ground to rivers that eventually wind up in a larger water body. As the water flows, it often picks up pollutants, which may have a sinister effect on the ecology of the watershed and ultimately on our reservoir, our bay, and our ocean where it ends up. Hope you enjoyed your lesson on the water cycle. Now you know where your water comes from.